Hi, hello, and how do you do? I'm Rochelle, welcoming you back to the basement. I don't even know which one to start with. I guess I'll start with the more exciting one. It's October, obviously, which means, for me, I am 12 months seizure-free. Yes. Well, I will be at the end of the month, but I'm crossing my fingers. Please keep your fingers crossed as well that I will get to the full 12 months seizure-free. But I'm counting it. I'm calling it. 12 months seizure-free. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got through the most difficult thing I've gotten through yet without a seizure, but I did it. So obviously I must be doing something right medication-wise. I'm on Keppra, and the side vitamin I take to counteract all the icky side effects would be rhodiola, I believe is how it's pronounced. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But on to subject number 2. When we left off 2 months ago, I talked about how my town was getting a farmer's market and how I might be attending that because I have a lot of inventory, and I actually did. I went to the farmer's market quite a few weekends in a row, and I did pretty good. Obviously some weekends were better than others. My worst weekend, I made $70. My best weekend, I made about 240 something. So, I mean, it's give and take, but even on that worst weekend, that $70 I would not have made had I stayed home in bed like I wanted to. So I'm glad that there's that little persistent voice in my head that sounds a lot like my dad telling me to get off my ass and go do stuff. So, thanks, Dad! A couple hard parts about it. One fact being, it's like right across, not even the road, the alley. It's right across the alley from my dad's shop. So it would be just there constantly as a reminder. And there were even a couple days where I just parked there and walked across the alley to the market because there wasn't any parking available because there were already so many people at the market. But anyway, it's just, I'll say that part was hard. It was hard having the reminder pretty much right over my shoulder. And at the same time, anybody that knew me being like, oh, you could take it over. You could do it. You could run the business. No, I couldn't. You do not want me in charge of your car maintenance. I promise you. But even there, that was a lesson all in its own of facing that and being honest about it and being like, no, I think what I'm doing right now at the farmer's market, selling my crafts, doing my thing, is more for me than that building over there, because that building's not my dad's legacy. My dad's legacy is how great he was for the community and how he'd go out of his way to help anybody, not that he fixed cars. Sorry, that's not the legacy he left. He helped everyone, and that's my goal too. His legacy doesn't depend on what I do for a career, and I don't think mine will either. So let me just do what I'm gonna do, because for now, I would really, really like to figure out how to move forward in crafting. I know that I might have to actually get a real day job again here soon, because winter's coming and my husband will be laid off, and I haven't even sorted out my own unemployment. His will probably be easier, but we can't both be unemployed. I'll just say that much. Like, I'm gonna have to do something. Something's gonna have to give. But for now, if you've sold any crafts on your own or have your own website or have any tips, please let me know in the comments section below. I would love to know how you got started. I would love to get ideas on how to move forward myself, because I would really, really like to do what I'm passionate about and not surrender to a secondary life when I know I could be doing so much more. So if you know how to do that, let me know down below. I'd love to hear it. Art-wise, I got a couple things painted this year, but not as much as usual. The first painting I'm going to show you, I painted actually the week of my dad's funeral. I'll show you that now. As you see, it's got a lot of elements to it. One, there's the color yellow, because there was a lot around my dad's final days that just happened to be yellow. Like, the last lighter he gave me was yellow, and that was only a few days before he passed, and when he was fiddling with his hands at the hospital and he wouldn't stop, there was a yellow squeezy ball that we got him, and there was a lot of yellow. I'll leave it at that. Those are the two that mainly stick out, but I remember there being more when I painted it, to where I'm like, yellow is so significant. So, at the time, and the silver paint came in with the idea of metal and my dad and his love of tools and fixing things. And then the other colors ended up, I liked how once I did the metal parts, it looked like there was a skull on one side, and then at the other end it looked like there was a dragon. And it felt very reminiscent of my dad's relationship and all our conversations throughout life about everything, which I'm sure we'll get more into in a minute when I talk about one of my other paintings. But my next painting, I actually did this one in only about 2 hours. I love it. It's so cute. It's so hippie-like, and it came out of nowhere. Like, I was just bored and was like, you know what? I'm gonna paint something pretty and colorful and bright for once, and this is what came out. It's so cute. I love it. It's out in my living area. I love it so much. But then, because of that one, my friend asked me to paint one for him, because he originally wanted to buy it from me, and I was like, no, I love it too much, can't sell it. But this one I did specifically for him because he loves Bob Marley. So that was for him. And then my last painting of the year was based off The Crow, which I'm pretty sure we've talked about why The Crow is significant, but here's a quick recap. My dad showed it to me when I was little, so he knew that I was dark and weird, and even though there's a lot of mature elements to this movie, he showed this to me when I was like 12, and we had an amazing discussion about life and love and death and all the elements of the movie, and that always stuck out in my mind as a moment that we had a real relationship and connection moving forward. So I painted this. It's similar with the flower, where I feel like I could do better, I could add more, but I'm afraid to, because I don't want to fuck it up. I want it to be something I'm proud of, and right now it is, and if I keep going, there's a chance I'm gonna hate it, and I don't want to hate it. I want it to be that moment of passion that I happen to capture. So, those are the paintings I've done. Music-wise, we've actually gotten quite a bit of writing done. Not that we needed any more writing done before we put out actually anything, because we have songs out the butt. But, what was I just gonna say? Oh! The guys have been putting a lot of money towards recording equipment, so hopefully, here soon, we'll be able to get together and actually officially lay down a proper track and go from there. But as of right now, I'm getting desperate, and y'all might just later today, even in this same outfit, don't be surprised if I wind up putting out me just jamming to our last song that I wrote. Yeah, we're gonna get shit done. I'm gonna show you what we've been doing, and I'm excited about that. yeah. Let's see. Kevin and I celebrated our 9-year together anniversary and our 5-year wedding anniversary. So that's kind of a big deal. We weren't able to really celebrate, but we had our evening, don't you worry. I have a new nephew. He's the cutest little thing. I'm so excited. I love him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've just been trying to survive 2020 the only way I seem to know how, which is through art and music. So I just kind of wanted to update you on what I've been doing and how I'm surviving, because I know we've all lost people this year. I definitely did, and I'm grieving, and I know I'm not the only one. So if I could just be like, hey, look what I made while I was in the pits of despair, maybe somebody else can get some inspiration out of that. I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys that and be proud that I'm 1 year seizure free and that things are looking hopeful. And I hope they're looking hopeful for you guys too. Bye.